All right, welcome back. So this is this week's update, and I'm going to dive right in. This week was a little bit of a diversion from what I have been focusing on lately. And I will admit that I have 0 words to show. I have 0 lessons under my belt, and I have 0 relative stride progress this week. I say relative because in relation to what I had already designed and planned, I've had 0 progress. Sometime at the end of last week, beginning of this week, I started to consider my social media footprint. If you engage in writers' spaces online at all, you'll find that part of writing and publishing, or actually producing a work for the public, is you have to market. You have to market your own stuff. Even publishers generally appreciate for writers to be actively engaged in their own marketing. So I had considered that, and that's part of why I do YouTube to begin with, as well as my Reddit presence. Why I started that was to engage in these communities and potentially build a following. I have a subreddit where I kind of track my progress. I mean, a lot of this and that came from wanting to track my progress, and then also have a public facing version of that tracking, so that not only do I have the tracking, but I have the micro data, and these forums would kind of be the macro data, where somebody from the outside could kind of align them and say, yeah, look, like this is when this was happening, and here's all the micro data. You can look at this vlog, and you can look at my Reddit, and then go to my actual data and find really fine details on everything that's being done. So anyway, I did always have in mind that I would have to build a footprint. And I started thinking about what would be the best way to do that. And so I kind of came up with this idea that I'm calling the Authors Promotional Collaborative. So the concept is a bunch of authors getting together into a group who work together to cross promote and engage with each other's promotional materials. There's commenting, upvoting, liking, sharing, reposting, stitching, creating new content, all the things that go into boosting your promotional material is what this group is focused on. So I spent the whole week building it out, and I have a pretty integrated and detailed tracker that has lots of automation. It's really user friendly, and I am so pumped to get it out there and see what happens. From that, I was able to find a person who was interested just through a post that I threw up on Reddit, and they have been working with me in, kind of soundboarding my concepts, and I've been building them out and then bouncing them back, and they've been giving me feedback. So it's been actually pretty great. As of now, I have developed the tracking system and structure for the operations of how this group will work. I've now set up and integrated a Discord that's dedicated for the communication of this group. And I've generated a Google form for the onboarding of new members. So essentially what will happen is I'm going to post a couple of posts on Reddit, and myself and this other party are going to look at the comments, engage with the comments, and find people who align with what we're kind of looking for. A primary goal is to find writers who intend to publish and who are driven to publish. There's a lot of writers out there who will never finish their works, and it's no knock against them. There's a lot of writers who aren't really interested in publishing, or probably just are nowhere near it in like terms of years. So we really want to refine the space to be a place that benefits us. So we'll identify some interested parties. the plan then is to interact with them in direct message forms where we're finding out what their intentions are. Do they have any interest in what this group's goals are? And if we identify them as potential members, I will send them the form that I created. In that form, it has all their social media accounts that they'd put in, their strength in those social media areas. It has all their contact information, the phase of their writing that they're in. Are they in a first draft, second draft? Are they editing? Are they preparing for publishing? Are they optioning their work? It has a tracker for promotional materials that they're using. It has all sorts of stuff. So I can then take that, fill out the data in the system, onboard them essentially into the system, and then I'll send them the invite to both the Discord and the tracking document, essentially fully integrating them. That way, any promotional material that people are looking to put out there and have boosted can be boosted. And the system is designed for us to regularly be dedicating, 10 minutes a week for, I might be dedicating a little bit more time as I've kind of built this whole thing, but a regular user should be able to, in 10 minutes a week, go in, quickly identify new content from other members, jump directly to that content, like, comment, upvote, share, do whatever they got to do, and then they can add whatever content they created that week to the promotions list. And it will automatically populate as green, showing that it's, less than a week old, so that when other members come in to check that week, they see the new content and they link to it and they like and comment and upvote and share and so forth. So, I don't know. It seems like a natural evolution of what everybody is going to need to do anyway. And that's why I was willing to put off Stride for the week. To me, this is an extension of Stride. This is folded into my whole project. Like, for me, this is the project. This is an arm of the project. Getting this set up now allows my footprint, my network, and everything to grow organically along with everything else. So now that I had this idea, taking the time to build it out allows my book and my footprint and my network and my system to all grow together. And I'm not going to have to get to the end of this book and be like, all right, now I have to start marketing and figure this out. Like, I'm going to have a leg up. And that's kind of why I designed it this way. From the inception, that's why I took the time to do this. Like, I thought of the idea and had to implement it because it didn't make any sense to wait. I would be losing impact. So yeah, not what I had planned, but I'm very excited about it. I think that if we can get 10 interested members, that's huge. 10 people who engage with this semi-regularly, who are starting to generate their own content, who are looking for opportunities to spread their impact on the internet and build a bigger footprint, then I think that would go a long way. And, a couple months from now, if we get 10 now, maybe we do another round of onboarding, and then, the sky's the limit. We'll see. The whole idea is to make this not a huge time suck. It's supposed to be something that the writers can engage with and not adding to their pile. If you're a writer or know anything about it, we have enough to do. Everybody's got a full-time job, except for me right now. I still haven't gotten one. But, yeah. So anyway, that's been my week. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to growing my network and interacting with people, and hopefully, building this platform and seeing where that can go through that. Because in short order, hopefully I'll have a whole bunch of friends that are going to be interacting. So anyway, Thanks for listening, and engage and comment, and jump over to my Reddit and follow along on Striding with Intention over there. And yeah, I don't know. Follow along for the journey. Thanks.